there is a professional statement that I can make that's sincere. And that's the statement that I actually made. Africa Bambaataa has to deal with Africa Bambaataa. The accusations made against him are made against him. They're not made against hip hop. On top of that, nothing that Africa Bambaataa did within and for hip hop is to be taken away from him because of these accusations.
This is like the end of hip hop as we know it.
How?
You know, so I'm just asking your opinion on that. Do you agree with that statement? Do you feel like, you know, some people being shown in a different light, is that ruining the way we are going to see hip hop going forward, or like the culture?
I don't think that it has anything to do with hip hop. What are we talking about here, really? Like,
well,
as far as
I mean, I don't want to like just go straight to it, but you know, like everything with Diddy, people are saying it's kind of the end of hip hop at that era. Okay.
Has nothing to do with hip hop at all. So I don't see the correlation whatsoever. If we're talking about creative and music and stuff like that, there's people still listening to R. Kelly shit. You know what I'm talking about? So, I mean, I don't know. I can't answer that, but I don't think it has anything to do with hip hop.
Welcome back to Retrospective Reviews. Today we will retrospectively look at the moments that showed us hip hop needs a Me Too movement. In 2018, Sylvia Obell wrote an article for BuzzFeed that had the headline, "Will Time Ever Be Up for Abusive Men in Hip Hop?" The short answer to this is no. The long answer is that it's complicated. On the one hand, hip-hop is not inherently abusive. Saying that would ignore the contributions hip-hop has made to society and also the contributions that abuse survivors have made to hip-hop. This all started in 1973. When hip-hop arrived on the music scene, it was the love child of original soul, and it had something powerful to say.
I get out of all your boxes. I get out. You can't hold me with these chains. I get out. You can't keep me in this bondage. So knowing my condition is the reason I must change.
With the setup, the way America is set up to help the poor, the black people, the less well off as slow as possible. I mean, this is, Red Cross is doing everything they can. We already realize a lot of the people that could help are at war right now, fighting another way, and they've given them permission to go down and shoot us.
It's too much money here. I mean, nobody should be hitting lotto for $36 million and we got people starving in the streets. That is not idealistic, that's just real. That is just stupid. There's no way Michael Jackson should have, or whoever Jackson, should have $1,000,000 billion and then there's people starving. There's no way. There's no way that these people should own planes and their people don't have houses, apartments, shacks, drawers, pants.
We say to people that say, well, they earned it. Now you go out and you're earning it.
If they earned it, then I think that's good, and I think that they deserve it. But even if you earned it, you still owe. Because look at me, I don't have that mega money, but I feel guilty walking by somebody. I got to give them some mail. And if I know I got $3,000 in my pocket, I feel like it's wrong to give that person a quarter or $1. It's wrong. Only you know what you got in your pocket. And that's wrong. No matter what they do, if they take it and drink it, they take it and drink it. But, I mean, you got. You understand? And we all know how hard it is, and it's not about if you good or you bad. So since it's not about if you good or you bad, we know that because he don't got don't mean he was bad. Or don't mean he's a criminal, or don't mean he's crazy, or a drug addict, or none of that. It just means he don't got.
Bet I get a statue in my hometown when I die. And Rom, you done. I'm expecting resignation and open investigation on all of these paid vacations for murderers.
Yet, for some of hip-hop's powerhouses, abuse is also part of their legacy. For example, Dr. Dre and MC Ren were a part of NWA and a part of bringing gangster rap to the mainstream. But Dr. Dre has been accused of domestic violence and MC Ren accused of rape. So it just shows that time has never been forgiven.
She got beat down. The host of that show did something and she knows what she did and got beat down, and I hope it happened again.
Really, there is no way to talk about hip-hop's impact without looking at the abuse. Just this year, Kendrick Lamar and Drake had a historic rap beef, and as Kendrick was riding the wave of winning this beef, he was popping up an abuser, Dr. Dre. We'll circle back to this later, but it's not the first time Kendrick would platform an abuser. On Kendrick's last album, he featured accused rapist Kodak Black, likely under the guise of protecting the youth. But when it comes to victims, there is no protection. We saw this in real time when Megan Thee Stallion, who's one of hip-hop's princesses, was domestically abused and bullied online about said abuse. In the words of abuse sympathizer J. Cole, history repeats itself and that's just how it goes. In the same way that Megan was treated, Dee Barnes was treated that way. Cassie was treated that way. It's a cycle of violence perpetrated by abusive men. And many times people worry about the consequences of abuse for abusers, but not for the victims. Dee Barnes was facing homelessness, and she was a prominent journalist in the 90s who had her own television show. Yet and still, she was facing homelessness in 2019, and this was because she snitched on Dr. Dre. If you snitch in the black community, you're excommunicated when it should be the perpetrators of violence who are facing this social isolation. But alas, there are rules to the culture. But it's time to break these rules. We have to start outing these abusers. Until we right hip-hop's wrongs, it will continue to be an unsafe space that betrays its transgressive roots. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give us a follow and support Rebel Media for more revolutionary stories. Thank you for watching.